The upper bracket semifinals, Tong Fu taking on the fan favorite Na'Vi.
When we picked Bai Chen, we were sure we're gonna crush the game early on.
Na'Vi's trailing. No, they pick it. They took the punch. You can see Dendy smiling right now.
Oh, yes.
He wanted it bad, and Puppy gave it to him.
Yeah, for some reasons. That game, it didn't work out.
Vacuum back into the call down. Dendy biting up more than he can chew. He will be cleaned up. Now Puppy caught out in the middle of the fight.
We were getting stronger and stronger.
In this point of the game, there is nothing else in the whole game that can change anything.
And Tong Fu is beginning to grind Na'Vi down. They got a 5-kill lead, right around 5,000 gold to their advantage.
This is really troublesome for Na'Vi.
The game was on the edge and we could lose it like any moment. I was sure about that. We knew we needed to do something, so we started to try something out.
Tong Fu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howell brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain.
但是突然被勾的时候，其实一开始，因为那局我们优势很大嘛，一开始会觉得也没什么，下次注意一点就行了。
Dendy said, this is the only way we can win the game. Us two, just doing that stupid stuff. I was like, all right, let's go.
Dendy's gonna try it again. Can he? Got him that time. See you in the base move.
Whenever I saw enemy around, I would ask Puppy TP me. He would TP me and I would try hooking.
Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him.
Fountain hook, fountain hook, fountain hook. It would continue. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? You know, just keep it up.
然后结果他不停的go，就感觉怎么说呢？就感觉很神奇吧。
Tong Fu didn't know what to do. Like, they actually screwed up quite a lot.
It's hard to stay calm. Mentally, you're panicking. Apocalypse is happening in your head.
He just goes to Tong Fu.
Gyrocopter Aegis to siege high ground, you know. Everybody knows the simple road to victory. The game should be done as simple, but he just got removed.
Oh, he got him! He got him! They're on their feet, they're chanting! All it took was one fountain hook.
Powell playing Gyrocopter could have simply just TP'd after the hook. He could have just TP'd back home.
然后最后就是被勾回去了，2条命死了，然后就导致最后的一个比赛输掉嘛，就非常的遗憾。
The fact of the matter is, like a player that was on point probably would have still won that game as Gyrocopter. Probably should have never gotten hooked. Probably. But Dota is a lot like life, you know? Shit happens, you have to deal with it.
Hooking Tong Fu players with Chen teleport was one of the most amazing things that I've done. It was vicious, and I was part of it.
I was very angry watching the game. It's not really so much against Na'Vi as against the rules.
A lot of people were saying it's very unfair or wrong. We came into the player lounge and I saw Wada screaming.
We need to get them to remove that from the game. That was the biggest joke I've ever seen.
The biggest fucking joke I've ever seen! There's these rules about bug abuse, but what is bug abuse and what is not. I'm still a bit salty about it, I think.
Like, how can you win? How can it even be allowed to win that way? Tong Fu had that game. Is that balanced? You hook a guy with Aegis? It should be. Oh my fucking god.
It's not fair, it's not fair. Disqualification.
Yeah, he was definitely like, you guys don't deserve it or something like that. And they're like, whatever, dude.
Let them try this thing. They can do it, go on, try this thing.
You have to respect the skill that it took for those fountain hooks to happen. If it was completely broken and super easy to do, everyone would be doing it. They weren't afraid to try it or make it happen.
I was sure the game was fair, even after I heard those screamings.
因为在我们那个中国人眼里，就是觉得输了就是输了，就是不会说因为它全日勾是一个可能相对来说比较不太平衡的一个东西吧，然后会去埋怨什么东西。我们就觉得输了就是我们自己技不如人吧，包括国内的也都会觉得对方会觉得对方打得厉害，不会说因为这个东西太 bug 了或者怎么着。
这也是下一年赢得 TI 的一个原因吧。但是当时我没有找他们讨论过这个问题吧，我怕提起他们的伤心事，他们打我。
Some exploits are fun and good. This was one of them. Maybe a bit too strong, but still.
It was too strong.
就之后削掉的倒是就是没什么了嘛。
You can discredit the game, but in reality, like, Dota is still the same. You can still win games in the most weird ways that haven't been seen or done.
It's the same for everyone, so it's fair for everyone, and it's just kind of a part of the way Dota tournaments go.
First thing, all the games are final. If there's a bug in a match, we're going to play. We won't go back for a bug. It's just part of the game. Geometry site does not reveal wards. Okay? So keep that in mind. You guys probably does not reveal wards. It's a bug.
We heard that there are going to be some tournament for a huge amount of money.
当时听说有个 TI 1的比赛嘛，就想玩一个 Dota 1的加强版 Dota 2嘛。
I think I got the beta key first time somewhere 2 weeks before the first international, maybe 3.
Well, the first moment in which I loaded up Dota 2 was actually a complete disaster.
It was a very mixed feeling for me, at least. This looks great, but I actually don't understand what's happening at all.
Maybe one guy liked it. I thought it was pretty cool, but everybody was just like, what the fuck is this?
The initial reaction, not just for myself, it was just like, this isn't Dota.
I played Dota 1 for 5 years or whatever, and I loved the game completely. Mechanics and how you move around and stuff.
6 years ago, we just played Dota 1 all day at that time.
Some things were so bad about Dota 1, but we got so used to it that it felt natural. Changes to something that's really important to you is always hard to welcome, not in the sense that you look at it in a bad way, but you know, it's like everything's gonna change. 1 week after, even maybe 2 days after, you're gonna look back and be like, I was so stupid to even hesitate.
TI was on such short notice, hey, we're gonna make a tournament, $1 million. We're like, okay. It's like, is this real?
Prior to the event, I think was it DK? They declined an invite because they didn't believe it was true. A lot of the pros at the time, when they transitioned, they're like, oh, well, no, we'll just do it this one time. It's a lot of money involved and just go back to Dota 1.
I thought it was a little ridiculous, to be honest with you, for playing for $1 million. That was like by far the highest paying prize pool of any Dota tournament.
What do you think of Dota 2 so far?
I'm just waiting for it to be finished because, you know, all the little bugs and tweaks and I guess some of the animations aren't complete.
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of understood and accepted that no one was going to be ready.
We just went with it. We accepted the fact that this is the game now.
当时我们去打 TI 1的比赛的时候，然后我队友他连就是装备都怎么买都不知道，然后就很尴尬。
We took it very seriously. During that time, we wanted to be the best team regardless. We didn't even want to lose anything that was, let's say, fake. We didn't care.
Na'Vi, they had a set number of heroes, maybe 10, 15 heroes that they played throughout the tournament.
And we were choosing them by attack animation. We were thinking, okay, those guys, they have some broken attack animation. Let's choose them.
We really never played in booths like that. We abused the booths. Dendi was just jumping up and like, screwing around with people every time the first blood happened or something like that. Tagil, you do this. Tagil!
Tagil! We were like not realizing that we actually play for this amount of money. We were just playing and having fun. We were so confident. I remember we were so confident that we're going to win because I joined the game and I feel so free.
When the first international ended and we saw the whole spectacle surrounding it, everyone knew that this was something that was going to come long term, and other tournament organizers immediately jumped on it and wanted to run this game.
Esports definitely grew a lot the next coming years after that, more than it did prior to it. As much as people dislike the changes in the beginning, they're all for the better, and I think Dota now is better than it's ever been.
It just felt like this is going to be the future. You know, it set a message. This is what esports is going to be.
I think I've seen that clip like at least 100 times. It's legendary.
You know, the whole venue was just echoing. It was just, you know, really easy to root for, you know, our, you know, fellow countrymen.
That was a great part of Dota history, the meme-making game, Liquid versus LGD.
Best of one, loser eliminated, winner in the top 8. The draft complete, the players now selecting their heroes, and here we go.
Team USA is having the home crowd behind them.
I think going into that match, I don't think Liquid really, you know, liked their odds very much. They were just gonna leave it all out on the field, and, you know, it was enough. LGD was, you know, a top dog in that tournament, and, you know, they were, you know, predicted to win.
And it's gonna be a Bulba Clockwork, making a comeback here. Bulba still doing pretty well mid. I actually would say it's very even.
I remember Bulba. He was really performing on his Clockwork, making some insane plays.
Against LGD China. Could there be a turnaround?
It was like my first ever like tournament. This was like a big moment for me because I wanted to prove myself. This game was everything for us.
They need a hook. Boba finds one. That's gonna be on Xiaowei.
And I was getting all these kills with Clockwork. I just killed Xiaowei when he was split pushing with Furion. And then finally there was a big team fight in their base, and I had a really good hook on like 2 people. At that point I couldn't really hold it anymore. I just started like getting up in my seat even though the game wasn't over. And now I look back and say, wow, what was I doing?
I used to have a soundboard, and my #1 most clicked one was the LD part when Liquid, they won. I think it goes like this. Sylar to fall, Liquid are doing it.
Sylar to fall, Liquid are doing it.
And Bulba is on his feet. I believe that's how it goes, but it's so epic.
You know, everyone loves an underdog, and being able to cheer for, you know, the home crowd favorite and getting behind them and all these personalities on the team, especially Sam, like it's an easy personality to cheer for. He's just, you know, a kid who wants to do well at his first big tournament and, you know, take it home to his family and his parents. And I imagine he was just totally overwhelmed and full of energy and excitement, and soaking in the crowd was his way of releasing that emotion.
I think the fans loved it, you know. The crowd was going pretty crazy because it was the first time an American team had ever done anything, so that was pretty cool.
Before that, the American scene was very bad.
North American Dota. Yeah,
It was cool to see that everyone can beat everyone in tournaments like this, so everyone have a chance to win tournament.
I like to think that game will be remembered as a turning point, and it proves that anyone can really do it.
She's very active, smiley, happy, all the time energized. You think, wow, where does she get all this energy?
Who is this
Casey.
他是一个应该是主食吧。
Casey is, I mean, she's what do you call it, a hostess?
My job at TI is to make the players look good. I want to know how they're feeling in the moment and allow the audience to get to know them in perhaps a way they haven't yet.
How are you feeling about the tournament so far? What has been the highlight for you?
Having a diarrhea every single day.
What was that?
Having a diarrhea every single day.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. I'm going to send it back to James. Thank you again.
Ice. He's just really good at making situations awkward.
You didn't mean diarrhea, you mean diary, like you wrote your diary this morning and they're like, nope, diarrhea.
Oh, God. Folks, I heard him right.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew it made me feel uncomfortable. And I respect him for that.
She was really good at taking the awkwardness and making it really funny.
We rolling? How about now? We rolling?
When you're first talking to them, players take a little bit of time to warm up to you. And then you ask them to scream, you expect them to go,
1, 2, 3. You win.
I was sent to the Players Lounge to interview Ice Ice Ice. And keep in mind, I don't know anything about the game. I haven't been watching it. I don't recognize the professional players.
So you're going to be playing tonight in the one-on-one championship, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you Ice Ice Ice?
No.
What's your name?
I'm not.
Are you Michael?
No, they're trolling you.
This entire room is going.
Hi. How's it going? That's right.
I immediately went back to when I was in middle school and everybody was laughing at me for something. I have no idea what it was.
There's something going on here that I'm not aware of.
One of the hardest interviews to do is if you're talking to someone who does not want to speak to you. Is it that they are nervous? Or is it that they just don't want to frickin' talk to me right now?
He's like, yes, please move on. All right, duly noted. I'm gonna stand up and move. There's so much trolling, I don't even know how to navigate this.
I don't mind looking stupid, I don't mind looking silly, I don't mind looking bad, but I never want to make someone that I interview look bad.
Casey is doing great. She's doing great for the scene. When she comes to TI, she interacts with these crazy-ass fans.
I think she does a good job understanding people and getting people to open up a little bit.
I want to get trolled by Ice Ice Ice.
I've been trolled by Ice Ice Ice. He's really good at it. My job is to also give a voice to the fans and give them an opportunity to come together as a community and connect with the players. You can't be afraid to not look polished. I'm anti-polish. Be yourself, be in the moment, show how you're feeling. If I had a time machine, I would go back to 10-year-old me and I would start playing Dota 2. And I would be here as a player and I would be going for $18 million. And y'all be interviewing me and you'd ask me questions and I'd say, I don't know, I have diarrhea.
I would love to see being a professional gamer is actually worth your time and you can make a living out of it. I'd obviously like for it to be a professional sport like any of the sports out today and if they've grown. It's going to take time, first of all. A lot of the world isn't really open to gaming and online gaming and stuff like that, and especially around here, if you talk about, oh, I'm a professional gamer, they're like, you're a what?
Fear Darkness was like an idol for all the North American players. I just respect him a lot as a person and as a player.
Fear 这个人呢，其实一直都知道他是美国队长嘛，他是E G的灵魂吧。
When I was younger and just playing video games for fun, I didn't have an end game at all, and I thought after a few years it would probably catch up to me, but somehow it just caught on and just became very popular, and I became successful doing it. To be able to be on a top team, you need to play, 6 to 9 hours a day at the bare minimum. The thing that happened that almost made me quit entirely was when I got my first arm injury. I had no idea if it was going to heal or not, and I was really scared that my career would be completely over at that point.
I think the most challenging part of it was the timing. The diagnoses from the doctors is kind of vague. We thought he was getting better.
I was just thinking the whole time, why'd this have to happen to me? I've been playing my whole life and all of a sudden I just can't play anymore right when I have the biggest opportunity of my life.
After a month or two, I was like, okay, this really isn't going away at this point. And then eventually it's like, okay, there's no way I can practice right now and there's no way I'm going to be able to compete at TI because of how much time this has already taken away.
I think what kept me going after I got my injury was just, hope. Hoping that it would heal and I'd be able to play again, because it's a huge motivator for me. It's I had an injury and then I missed the biggest tournament of the year because of it on a team which I had a good shot. I just hoped my arm would heal and I'd have one more opportunity to get the championship.
I have so much respect for Clinton and all the time he has put into this game, and if anybody deserves to win the international, it's him.
Fear. coming off of a pretty serious injury. Does it do anything for the confidence of the whole team having him back and a part of it?
I think everyone on our team has like the utmost faith in him to be a strong player that we know he can be. He's also our carry player, so a lot of the game rests on his ability to help us win.
Pushing in after aggressive. They split up the 5 for Sars, took out the Everspin, however.
When Fear rejoined EG after his injury, I really look up to the way he made that team like function. I think a lot of it was on him, and he didn't get the kind of credit from the outside that I think he should have gotten.
They just need a couple of kills to be TI 5 champions. Fear fully wicked sick. They're going to bring in the Titanic as well for Fear while the push continues.
Clinton has like a huge amount of experience, and I think he puts really good use to it. Whenever people ask me, like, is there any player you look up to? I mean, for sure, the way he played a core role for EG, that's a way I can only hope to play.
It looked rough dropping down the lower bracket. They have persevered, and they will claim the Aegis of the Immortal. They are the champions here in front of their home crowd.
Right after we won, and we're holding the trophy up in front of the crowd, everyone was cheering. We're on like home soil as well, so like it was just insane. Everyone was yelling USA, USA. We just sat there and just like took it all in. Didn't really have much to say. We're just kind of like enjoying the feeling.
Give it up for your TI5 champions, Evil Geniuses!
I mean, at the current state and time, it means a lot, but 10 years from now, will people remember me? Probably not, to be honest with you, but the fact that in this moment that I dedicated so much of my life to be a champion, it means a lot to me, so I'll never forget it.